Hi everyone. I am so glad you could join us this evening for this event. Carrie with Cows and Fish has a plethora of information to share, and I'm certain you'll walk away from here with a renewed understanding of the importance of beavers in our landscape. Before we begin, I want to take this opportunity to recognize that we are meeting on Treaty 8 territory, and we honor and acknowledge all the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples who have lived, traveled, and gathered on these lands for thousands of years. Recognizing that we are gathering from many different areas this evening, we extend this honor and acknowledgement to all treaty territories. And now I'm going to give you a high-level overview of ALUS in northern Sunrise County. Aldo Leopold, known as North America's father of wildlife conservation, was onto something some 8 decades ago. He believed private landowners, for the most part farmers, were the key to conservation. He was right, and this is a principle upon which ALUS Canada was created. ALUS's mission is to enable Canadians to provide direct support to a national network of producers who deliver ecological goods and services in their community. These services include cleaner air, cleaner water, carbon sequestration, erosion control, flood mitigation, pollinator support, and wildlife habitat. ALUS has a mechanism in place to deliver financial support to farmers in a wide range of local communities, each of which is ready to deliver multiple acres of conservational benefits for the benefit of all Canadians. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so I'll let this great little video tell the ALUS story. This production, created by Parkland, Red Deer, and Vermilion River counties, was made possible through funding provided by the Alberta government.
As a farmer, you know better than anyone the hills, the valleys, the streams, and the very soil your crops and livestock thrive on. You are the steward of your land. Your commitment to a sustainable operation creates a healthier environment for everyone, and we think you should be paid for that commitment. Sounds too good to be true, right? Not anymore, thanks to the ALUS program. In Alberta and across Canada, the ALUS program supports projects that create clean air, clean water, wildlife habitat, and many other ecosystem services. ALUS works with landowners to rebuild natural environments on marginal lands, and the end result benefits everyone, farmers and ranchers, and the people of surrounding communities, all of whom can enjoy the results of clean air, clean water, and greater biodiversity. ALUS is community developed and farmer delivered, so it's the locals who decide how best to deliver ALUS in their area, from the farmer right through to the program decision makers. It's built from the ground up, with funding from many sources. ALUS shares the project costs with you and provides annual payments to recognize your commitment to producing ecosystem services. In the end, ALUS strengthens your agricultural operation, improves the environment, and enhances your community, and we accomplish all this together. To learn more about your local ALUS program and how you can get involved, contact us today. Visit the ALUS Canada website at alus.ca.
So ALUS Canada was built upon 8 core principles. The program is farmer delivered and community developed. Agricultural producers are in a unique position to provide important solutions to pressing conservation challenges. With program development at community level, we're able to target local ag and environmental priorities. The delivery of the ALUS program is intended to complement existing conservation program frameworks. The program focuses on marginal and ecologically sensitive areas that can be managed in a different manner. ALUS projects are independently monitored, verified, and audited. Using sound scientific principles and guidelines, ALUS provides valuable support for the design and implementation of green infrastructure projects. And finally, farmers and ranchers who choose to participate in the ALUS program have flexible agreements that suit their operation, and the ecosystem services produced by these projects have an economic value, and it's one that ALUS is actively developing. Let's have a look at ALUS communities. So of all the 30 ALUS communities in Canada, 15 are in Alberta, with Northern Sunrise County being the most northerly community. And if you're anything like me, you're probably asking, why is a program so popular in Alberta? So I put the question out there, and although no one has a definitive answer, it is thought the magic formula is a coalition of the willing. We have producers that are using best management practices and farming in new ways. We have municipalities, agricultural service departments. We're the boots on the ground. We're assisting the producer with programs like ALUS. Then we have agricultural service boards that are creating and promoting new policies at the provincial level. And we have market mechanisms. Over $305 billion were invested in green bonds in 2020. And a green bond is a fixed income instrument that's designed specifically to support climate-related or environmental projects. And finally, we have awesome people like you who are continually learning and adapting to new ways. And when we put all this together, I see the key to success that we all benefit from. And it's that simple. And now I'm going to give you a little insight into a program that's worked, into a project in our area. You are the boots on the ground. You are the ones that are making a difference 1 acre at a time. So I'd like to share with you our Beaver Coexistence project that was established in October of 2020. Coexistence tools are a passion of mine, and while chatting with Katie of Peace Country Beef and Forage last year, we realized that we had the same interest, and through forming a partnership, Katie and I began the search for a willing producer to install a pond leveling device. Should be easy, right? Nope, not so easy. We knew of locations that could use such a device, but the landowners aren't always so keen on these new ways of thinking. And without the landowner support, the projects fail. So how could we overcome this challenge? Well, Facebook to the rescue. We posted an ad on our general forums that we were looking for landowners that embraced coexistence tools. We asked, and within hours, the Serenes responded. The Serenes are avid wildlife supporters, but they weren't happy about the flooding on their farmland due to beaver dams. And like most, they've been digging out the dams only to find them rebuilt by the next morning. They could see it was time for an alternative method of control and happily jumped on board to install our first pond leveler in the county. As you can see, they have a large waterway running through the center of their property with several dams on it. Our primary concern was the water backing up in the field here. So to assist with mitigating the loss of cropland, it was backing up into the field here. So this would be the location that we put our pond leveler, and also to assist the Serenes with the 2 acres surrounding the ephemeral waterway. They were entered into the ALUS Northern Sunrise program. So here's a perfect example of shifting production from traditional cropping to environmental services. The Serenes also entered about 8 acres of wetland into the program, which we can ensure their conservation. They're also wanting to put some hen houses out there, and this pond up here with the water flowing through here now, this abandoned lodge and pond are now re-inhabited, and it's full, and it's actually now causing issues onto the field over here. So we're going to have to get back in there and probably put a pond leveler somewhere, I'm not sure, somewhere in this area. And here's a nice drone shot of the area. Truly, it's magical out there. So you can see the blue area, that's where we put the pipe in. This would be the overflow area that was flowing onto the field. So there's a need for a crossing there. So right now, Billy has some pipe in there, a culvert. So that's what another area we'll be looking at. And here we are on May 10th of 2021. The pipe was flowing with zero maintenance and the flooding was mitigated. So yes, it was 100% success. And with success stories like this, I'm super excited to install more pond levelers in our county. Our projects would not be possible without the funds we receive from ALUS Canada, from GOA, from our Government of Alberta Watershed Resiliency and Restoration Program. We've also received funding from the Federal Environmental Damages Fund. Northern Sunrise County provides a riparian improvement grant. ACA, we've received funding through their large grants for conservation and education. And at the center of it, we have our producer. Often, ALUS Northern Sunrise can access resources that are not readily available to individuals, which are then passed along to the producer. It is with the assistance of various non-government partners that the ALUS program is an effective mechanism for technical support. I am the program coordinator. I am here to help bring all of us together so we can bring these environmental visions to fruition. ALUS Northern Sunrise is a strong program, but we would not be where we are today without the essential partnerships we have developed in the county, the province, and across the country. The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. So if you're in Northern Sunrise County and want to coexist with wildlife, please reach out. Your project could be a fit for the program. And now I'll pass it over to Carrie. And now I'd like